So I got Tommy here tonight. I got Gabby, as always. Then we got Raphael. And that could only mean one thing. We've got to bet the turnbuckle. So, Rafi, here's what we're going to do. I want you to give us a match, okay? And then you give us the match, the odds, and then I'm going to have Tommy and Gabby react from a betting perspective, okay? So, what's the first match you would like to focus on tonight, betting the turnbuckle?
We'll do the triple threat match. CM Punk's the favorite, minus 190. Seth Rollins, plus 175. And Roman Reigns, plus 250.
Say that again.
CM Punk's the favorite, minus 190.
Okay.
Seth Rollins, plus 175. And Roman Reigns, plus 250.
Wow. So the greatest superstar of all time when it comes to WrestleMania outside of The Undertaker is a plus 250 favorite. Gabby, that means he is the least likely to win the match according to the sports books. So, Gabby, let me start with you. Should CM Punk be a minus 190 favorite to win the main event on Saturday night?
I mean, I think it's clear that he's going to win because he's gotten over so many times. So I do think from a betting perspective, it is a safe choice. And then that does make sense. I'm shocked on the plus 250 for Roman Reigns, I have to say. I think it's clear that Rollins won't win. And I think if something were to happen, then it will be Roman winning. If there's some kind of distraction with Paul or whatever, it would cause Roman to win. Like, I'm kind of not even putting Rollins in the running for it. So I'm a little shocked by the odds, but I do think that Punk is the safe choice, so it makes sense to me.
All right, so you're taking the plus 175 out. So you're going to go either minus 190 or plus 250. For you, those are your two selections out of the triple threat. All right, so Tommy, based off of Gabby's answer, do you think CM Punk should be that big? I mean, you're laying almost $2 to win $1.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the one, Coach. I mean, it's been built around him and Heyman all around. And as you see Roman's character in the past couple of weeks, since he found out the wise man is not going to be with him, he's not himself. So is he going to go into that match and not be himself and not think about things while he's in there? And they're portraying Roman to be like the loser here, right? And then maybe he comes after him afterwards. But I think it's all about Punk and Heyman. Rollins is a non-factor to me at all. So I think Punk is the bet here.
So, man, this is hard. This is a hard one for me.
Yeah, it is.
I have a really hard time laying almost $2 to win $1 in a triple threat match that anything could happen because they could end it, God forbid, in a disqualification. They could have a lot of different things. Wouldn't that be a joke? It really would be.
Don't even do that to me tonight.
You can't end the night like that.
Hey, Rafi. So go ahead,
Gabby. You know what the opening numbers were? You wanted the opening numbers were?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Roman Reigns, minus $3. Seth Rollins, plus 250. And CM Punk, 3-1.
Wow. So Roman's moved $5 since this thing opened?
Wow.
All right, Gabby, what were you going to say?
I was going to say I might not show up for night 2 if they end this disqualification in night 1. After being there for 5 hours and waiting for the finish, and that happens, I'm letting you know, I might fly home early.
Oh, my God. No, you don't. You got to shoot content for us.
God.
Do you have tickets, or are you sitting in the press box?
No, I'm going to be in the press box.
Why are you saying it so softly?
I'm good. I don't know. I feel like
I would have thought WWE would have given one of their 12,000 tickets they have left over to somebody that'd be a nice little seat stuffer.
Wow.
So, but apparently not.
Now I'm just a seat stuffer.
No, what was your new nickname? You're not a seat stuffer.
Catch. You forgot it? It was 20
You are a
minutes
catch.
ago.
You are a catch. That's what you're a catch, and you're not a seat stuffer. You're far from it.
Thank you.
Raphael, how did CM Punk get to be a minus 190 before we move on to the next one?
I think just a week after week, the storylines. And I think the bettors are seeing the storylines of he's pretty much going to come out on top. And that's why I think he wins. But does he walk away with Paul Heyman? I say no.
By the way, I should have clarified. Somebody in the chat said, Coach, triple threats are no DQ. I get that. What I meant was, we've talked about it here on the show. Apparently, Gabby doesn't want to be a part of the show anymore. I think there's one way that this thing could end without a quote-unquote winner. I should have clarified. And you guys know what I've said many times here on the show. If Brock Lesnar shows up and he cleans house and Paul Heyman leaves with Brock Lesnar, that would be the greatest finish to night 1 that you could ever write in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
And that you would, nobody be saying, who won the match? Nobody would care.
Nobody would care.
Nobody would care. You'd have F5s from the freaking rafters. And I think that would be awesome.
Oh,
Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. But they need something big. They need something big for night number 1.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the next main event. The next one you got there, Rafi?
Yeah, it's the Undisputed Championship between John Cena, who's now minus $2, and Cody Rhodes plus 150.
Wow, so John Cena is 2-1, become the all-time winningest world champion with 17 titles. Gabby, you are smiling over there. John Cena, who, and I hate to insult him, I don't want to, but since the heel turn around the world, all he has done is cut 3 promos. That's it. And we haven't seen nor heard from The Rock. To me, it has turned into one of the lamest heel turns when I thought it was really incredible. But if he wins, how will the crowd react, and should he be a 2-1 favorite?
Everyone, I have to be careful because everyone comes at me every time I talk about this because everyone thinks that I ride Cody to the ends of all time. So every time I talk about
to the end of all time, I didn't know where you were going there. Anyway, continue.
Ride the coattails of Cody Rhodes,
the
Cody
coattails.
Crybaby, the BS, whatever.
You're just kind of leading me to a place that I didn't think I want to go. But go ahead.
That's not where I was going, and get your mind out of the gutter. But every time I talk about Cody and Cena, people are like, I can't even listen to Gabby because, oh my God, she's so biased and she just loves Cody. No, that's not what it comes down to. I don't think that Cena has done that much so far. The heel turn was phenomenal. And like you just said, that's all we've seen from him. What do you think we're going to get from him if he wins? The same exact thing. And it's just going to ride out because he's John Cena. So do I think he's going to win? Probably. So I think it makes sense to bet on him, but what a swerve would it be if he didn't win and you carried it on until SummerSlam? Could you do it, please? Because guess what he wants to do with that title? Bring it on home and sit home with it every day. Have a good time watching and complaining about it at home, people.
Hey, Tommy and Rafi, can you see this? I can already see this imagine this scene. John Cena loses.
The only person cheering.
Cheering. She jumps the rail into the ring before security even knows what's going on. And she is hugging Cody, and she's pointing to the sign, the whole deal. And then she's realizing, wait a second, this isn't a dream. I'm actually doing this. And she goes viral. And if you could do that for little old us here at BTT in the last word, that would be amazing.
Can I say something? I know we're not supposed to. Can I like 30 seconds, Coach?
Please. I never thought you'd even ask. I just thought you would go.
Well, no, I don't want to overshadow everybody else and talk too much. I know we're,
Oh boy, she's overshadowing you now.
I don't. No, I mean like overshadow by over talking everybody else. I don't like to do that. What I'm saying is, I would have loved to see, like, Cody's not going to be the champion forever. I'm not an idiot. But I would have loved to see someone who take the championship from him where it makes sense and where it's going to be a massive moment, because you can lose and it still be a massive moment and you could still get over by losing. It doesn't mean anything less of you. Am I completely enthralled by everything Cody is doing? No. But if you're telling me who you'd rather see walk out of there as champion, that makes sense to be champion every single week with what we're watching. It's the only thing that I'm looking forward to really when it comes down to WrestleMania, the biggest match. And I'm more nervous of what's going to happen if Cena wins than if Cody doesn't win. That's all I'm saying about it. Anyway.
Okay.
Keep going. If it made sense, I would love to see it for Cena, but whatever.
God, I love you so much. Tommy, so here's the deal. If I've never seen the WWE make a more clear statement that John Cena is going to win than this right here. Every single Raw after WrestleMania, at least that I've been involved in, is they used to make us drive, and now it's in the same city. So it's going to be at T-Mobile. If you can't sell 17,000 tickets after WrestleMania with all those people in town, then what are you doing? So why do you need to advertise that John Cena is going to be there on Monday night, which now that they have? So to me, they're screaming to the world because John Cena would never show up in reality if he lost to Cody Rhodes on Sunday night, would he?
No, way, Coach. It's all set up, Coach. I mean, you got to be a friggin' idiot if you don't think Cena is going to win on the biggest stage of all. It's the 17th time he beats Ric Flair's record. The big question to me is, will we see the final boss? And I think we will see him during this match. I would love to see some heat between Cena and Rock after the match, where he's holding the title up and maybe Rock comes over and says, look, without me, you wouldn't have that title. Just create a little heat between them, and that gives Cena a chance to maybe turn babyface in a couple of months. Keep that going a little bit. Keep it percolating. I think Rhodes is going to just go away for a while, which he deserves, because nobody has worked harder than him in the last 2 years than Cody Rhodes. And Rhodes will come back and be the biggest star ever, of course. But I love to see some heat between the final boss and Cena.
Hey, Raphael, we have about 90 seconds left in this segment. Are there odds on whether or not we will see the final boss on either night at Mania?
Sometime tomorrow, there will be odds on Will The Rock, and will be more betting prop bets. This one opened up. Cena was minus 250. If you want to bet John Cena, wait, because Cody Rhodes' money is coming in, and I believe 100% with Tommy. I think Cena and The Rock go one-on-one.
You think Cena and The Rock maybe at SummerSlam?
No, maybe just after the match. I don't know. Maybe I don't think they'll wrestle at SummerSlam, but after the match, I can see them two going toe to toe.
All right. Real quickly, we got 1 minute left. In the chat, we love super stickers. Young Reckless, I think you're mixing our two shows here. He says Russo. I disagree. Rock is very close to Triple H here. Might be Brian in charge of creative, like Chris said, but keep Triple H around because he knows the business. That's
Wrong
our other
show.
show. That's
Wrong
a
show.
wrong show.
But
Good
thanks.
take. Good take. Wrong show.
We'll keep the money, though.
The sticker.
Yes, we'll keep the money, though. Thank you very much. Oh, my God. This thing is off
Him
the
and
rails.
Tony Carlucci.
When Russo started calling you Tony Carlucci for 15 minutes, I was dying laughing.
Well, you know why somebody did that in the chat? It was a super sticker.
Oh, I got you. When you were filling in for me when I was just simply doing golf.